build up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Beautiful counter shot. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
Tough to be a judge in this fight, as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Some big trouble here for Showtime Sonny Edwards. It somehow weathered the storm.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Edwards in that last round. And there's the bell for round two. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Catch and shoot. The straight right just misses. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Both men step back for just a moment. A typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement. Move left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That counter punch caught him clean. Those counter punches have to hurt. Tried to score with the uppercut. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Edwards in that last round. That was on to the third. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. One punch could change everything in this battle. perfect counter lands. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Insane action. How about that time counter shot? Good counter punch. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. He wanted action, and they are delivering. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Edwards in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to... Here we go to the fourth round. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around? Hold it right there. The Venezuelan is rocked. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Nice counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Straight right just misses. He threw a punch and just got countered. To slow down. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Edwards in that last round. And there's the bell for round 5. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punching. Oh, that punch. A perfect counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The charts action from both of these fighters. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes on a belly ring with fights like that, and you punched him, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Is he going to punch himself out, though? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Edwards in that last round. There's the bell to start round 6. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Will count. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. You'd like to see more jabs. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Both men step back for just a moment. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Edwards in that last round. Here we go. It's round 7. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
They exchange punches. The courage on display here is incredible. Well done with that counter shot. They are giving us a high-tempo show. Counter punch. Only catching air with that hook. They blocked the left there. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Edwards in that last round. Well, off again. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
You're right, Todd.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're okay.
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your eagles hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game.
Sonny Edwards goes down. As we watch it again one more time, appreciate the perfection of that knockout shot.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come to me.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
You've got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes in close, tie him up. The referee's then got to call you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it.
How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
I've got to see that again.
Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.
What a...
Come on, you're switching off. Come on.
Let's do it.
These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. The straight right just misses. Insane action. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You just see the nerves on a fighter stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
He threw a punch and just got countered. That counter punch caught him clean. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That hook just can't find the target. This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter-punchers are the best.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Seemed like an eternity for them.
Let's go out there.
And there's the bell to start round two. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Land that jab. This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
Oh, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
Well done with that counter shot. Terrence Crawford just got rocked. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Beautiful counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nope, that hook won't score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. That bell could not have come soon enough for the... Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Catch and shoot. Good counter punch. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. They're both trying for a knockout. How about that time counter shot? Punch, counter punch. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Solid punch. Good counter punching. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the flyweight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace, you can stand, you can dash.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Boxing judging can be sometimes. There's the bell for round 4. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter punch right up the middle. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. That jab doesn't find a home. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What do you see?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. And there's the bell to start round 5. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
No rest for the weary. There's a counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. What skill being displayed here between these two middleweights? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. A perfect counter shot. straight right just misses. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice counters. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. From this moment forward, he cannot afford. Here we go in the 6th round. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't turn it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. It hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
That jab won't score. And he scores with the counter. That counter shot lands. Nice counter. They exchange punches. The perfect counter lands. It's all offense all the time. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. One punch could change everything in this battle. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does...
Switch up.
There's the bell to start round 7. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now they're going to find out.
Nice counter punch. Nice counter shot. The straight right just misses. These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Nice counter shot. The right hook just missed. Just rung his bell. Can he finish the job? Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Crawford in trouble. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the Round 8, and we're off again. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
When you have a fighter that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
That one lands. The straight right just misses. Beautiful counter punch. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
He blocks the uppercut. Another scoring shot there. They threw the hook. It didn't land. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement. A unanimous decision win.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight. What a start.